Today we're here at Tennessee Aquarium Conservation Institute to spawn Southern Appalachian Brook Trout. Spawning is the reproduction of fish, and for the Southern Appalachian Brook Trout that we have here at the Conservation Institute, we have to help them along in that process. We do what we call dry spawning. When it's time to spawn these fish, we pull them out of their tanks and put them in an anesthetic. We wait for them to fall asleep. Then we pull them out of the water, we measure them, weigh them, and then we get ready to squeeze the eggs or milk out of the fish. Once we squeeze the eggs out of a female, we use 2 males per female, and then we squeeze the milk into the eggs. We stir that around with a turkey feather, and then we add a saltwater mixture to the water to help the milk fertilize those eggs and close the eggs. Then we do a water change and put Ovidine into the egg mixture, which is a disinfectant just to knock down any bacteria or fungal growth that may occur. We let that sit for a few minutes, and then we water change again and then move those eggs into a trout hatching jar. A trout hatching jar is a piece of PVC pipe that's been put together in a way that gives eggs the flow that they need. So we connect water flow from the system into the PVC piece. So the eggs get a little bit of movement in there. And then we also keep a piece of dark material over the top to keep the eggs in the dark like they would be out in the wild. After about a month of them being in the trout hatching jars, we'll start to see eyes. And then a few weeks after we see the eyes, the eggs actually hatch out, and then we move them into little trays within the system and out of the trout hatching jars. The last few years of reintroducing brook trout, we released them into the Tellico Wilderness area, which is TWRA Region 3. We were actually very successful in our efforts there, which put us ahead of the schedule. So this year we moved on further into East Tennessee into Region 4. The babies will hatch out here at the Conservation Institute, and we'll grow them up for several months and then go release them into the Nolichucky River up in northeast Tennessee in the spring. As a biologist, this day is very important to me. It's really cool to be part of a bigger project, hopefully being able to raise these fish and then reintroduce them into an area that has so few brook trout left out in the wild.